He's fast and he's funny, as quick with a quip as he is rapid in a race car. He was the class clown of supercars, now he's the dux of the class. He's the new king of the mountain, David Reynolds. Welcome, David. Bathurst 1000 winner. Still pinching yourself?
Yeah, it still hasn't sunk in yet. I don't think it ever will, to be honest. You actually don't, you think about it as like the biggest race of the year, and of course it is, but you don't really understand how big it is, I think, until you win it. And then you get all this extra attention that you never thought it was going to happen. Right
afterwards, when you got out of the car and up on the podium, you almost seemed a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, I've been on that podium twice now and I've been overwhelmed pretty much both times. There's a lot of people down below you, and yeah, honestly, I didn't think it was possible with our little team from the back of pit lane. I always believed, but I didn't think it was actually possible.
I was going to say, did you see that coming?
I just didn't think it would all come together that easily. I thought we would have had dramas or something, or I just didn't think, like, even though I believed we could win it, and we go to every race to win it, you know, there's far more bigger teams out there that should have beaten us, really. Like, but then we rolled our car out on Thursday and we were fastest, and I was like, hey, we've got a chance. We turned up for qualifying second fastest, and I was like, oh, this is not going too bad. For the shootout, second fastest car on the track, fastest hold ever around there. I'm thinking maybe we're actually in with a shot, and then it started raining and we were sort of holding station around, you know, second, third, fourth for the whole day. We're always in with a shot. Yeah, and then the track dried up and my car came alight and we had to save the fuel numbers, and I was doing that pretty easily, and then the safety cars come out, which made us get home even easier, and it sounds easy, but there was a lot of like hardship in there.
Yeah. Well, not only were you fast and you showed that speed all through practice and qualifying, but in the end, you didn't make any mistakes. Neither you nor Luke nor the team.
No, that was the type of day. The race wasn't won on pure speed. At the end, it was won on the guy or the team who made less mistakes than anyone. It wasn't that type of day where it was just a flat out, you know, race to the end. It was very different conditions, changing conditions, a drying track, which makes it very difficult. So it was about, you know, just minimising all mistakes, and we did.
The little team that could certainly did. I mean, that is quite amazing in itself, isn't it, to beat the super teams?
Yeah, big time, especially when like we had pace, but you know, McLaughlin's car was super fast in qualifying. Like, you know, he beat me by over 4.5 tenths in the shootout, which is that's a big number around there. But yeah, like considering 12 months ago, like I said, we qualified 14th and we were reasonably happy with that. And then we qualified second on the weekend and we were bitterly disappointed because, you know, we thought we could have done better. It just goes to show how far we've come as a team, and every time we turn up to another track, we're bigger and better than we were last round.
Betty was beside herself. She was speechless. Yeah, she was. That never happens.
Yeah, I know.
That never happened. But I mean, I guess for her, you know, that's the reward, to say the least, for all the time and effort and money that she's put into getting into supercars.
Yeah, she's obviously tipped in her heart and soul in the last couple of years, and scaled it back sort of somewhat when they moved from Queensland with the Mercedes and just run 2 cars and like almost a skeleton crew, and become a customer team of Walkinshaw Racing and buy cars and engines off them and try and do it that way. And I think it's been the best thing she's possibly done for herself. It saved a lot of money, and we've got great pace.
You're being very subdued by your standards.
You reckon?
Yeah. Where's Crazy Dave?
I'm too knackered. I'm absolutely spent. Did you see me after the race? I could barely even talk. I was just running on adrenaline. I had so much stuff to do after that, and then so much stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm buggered. I need a day to just do nothing.
Oh,
I know.
Poor lamb.
I know.
Oh.
Thanks.
Got the Bathurst 1000.
I know. But you forget how much it takes it out of you, and especially in those type of conditions where it's you know, it's raining for 130 laps. You can't give up your concentration just for a second because it turns into a big mistake. So you're constantly, constantly searching for grip. Like in the dry, you can sort of just chill out and just drive the car flat out, but in the wet you can't, because you teeter on the edge of crashing the car all the time, so you're stressed out about that.
And for a bloke who has thrown pot plants off podiums, Channel 7 mics, belted the Armour All Man with his own hammer, and popularised worldwide the Shoei. What? Just kicking one shoe off, that was a bit lame, wasn't it?
That was a bit lame. I didn't...
You didn't think about it? I thought you would have had something prepared.
Well, I didn't know, because I honestly didn't think it would be possible. I rode Luke out on the stage like a horse. That was funny.
Well, because the people want to see that you're a real character in supercars, maybe the only one, and people love it.
Yeah.
When you go crazy and when you show your
silly.
true self. Yeah, that you're silly, exactly.
I get more crazy the happier I get.
Well,
So
you must be really crazy right now then.
Oh, I'm smashed, but no, I'm just content right now. I feel like I've done my job.
You came really close in 2012 in that epic battle with Jamie Whincup. And you've since said that you probably should have had a go, thrown it down the inside and just taken your luck.
Yeah.
So, is this redemption or revenge?
No, probably neither. It was just a good race for us. Like when we were saving fuel, there was a group of us like Tander, Percat and Scott Pye. And we were all saving fuel. I was at the back of that pack at the start. And we're all trying to save fuel and race really hard and pass each other and get to the front. I kind of knew in that little gap, or that little group of people, that was kind of the race lead, because the other guys up in front they were gone, they weren't saving fuel at all, so I assumed they had to stop again. So yeah, I had that in the back of my mind that this is probably for the win. When
PRA let you go, just after you'd finished third in the championship and were winning races,
Yeah.
well, it looked like that pretty much all that was left for you to continue was Erebus Motorsport. It seemed like a big risk. Well, it's turned out, but looking back, it was a risk, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a massive risk. And then at the start of 2016, like we struggled just to get to every race. We had no pace, no understanding of anything. We were just, all our pit stops were slow. It was like I worked my whole career to get to the front of pit lane with a really good team in Pro Drive, and then I kind of just had to start all the way back at square one again. But in knowing that, we tried to do everything we possibly can to build ourselves to get better and better, and I think we've built a really, really solid crew around us, and I can't thank them enough. Like, they try so hard, they put in so many hours, and Al McVean is the smartest person I've probably worked with ever. And without his, input and expertise, I can't do my job. But it definitely was a risk at the start, and most people said that would probably be the end of me.
Well, from the outside, it looked like, one wild man teaming up with the wild woman, a couple of crazies together, recipe for disaster. But I mean, somehow it's all worked. This bunch of crazies, misfits, and rejects.
Absolutely.
You're frightening the big teams.
We actually pride ourselves on being half rejected from most other teams. So I always say, it's like, have you seen Mighty Ducks, the movie? Mm-hmm. It's like Mighty Ducks. They start in this shitty little pond whacking. They don't know how to hit the puck or anything. They can't work as a team, and then they get a good coach and they win their little hockey league. But ours is a bit bigger than a little hockey league. But it's the same sort of philosophy. Everyone's awesome to work for. Everyone's got a really cool character, and like I said the whole time, I've never loved my job or my sport as much as I have been with this team.
Okay, so now Gold Coast 600 and beyond, you're going to create more havoc, do more damage in terms of beating the big teams?
Absolutely, that's our goal. That is certainly our goal. In a couple of years, or next year or the year after, we want to try and run for contender in the championship. That's our big goal.
David Reynolds, big congratulations.
Thank you.